Let's just stop and take a moment to appreciate the title of this movie, Below Zero. I love it. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Got a lot of Netflix reviews for you guys this weekend. We're going to start with Below Zero, the brand new crime-centric action-adventure movie. I'm going to tell you guys whether this is worth watching. If you guys like these videos, let me know. Comment your thoughts. Drop that thumbs up, and let's get into it. So, on a lonely road, a prison transport is brutally assaulted. Martin, the policeman who was driving, survives and fortifies his position while the con men search for a way to finish him. And here's what I was thinking about throughout the entire first act. Here's what this movie reminded me of. It is a stretched out version, and we're talking that scene from The Dark Knight. Two-Face is transported from prison to prison, and in the midst of that, the Joker attacks the police officers and tries their best to get Two-Face out. Well, take that sequence, those couple of scenes, and stretch them out into at least half of a film. And that's what the beginning of this movie was like, and I was all in on this concept. The movie is very violent. It does not hold back, and it doesn't necessarily give you a reason to root for certain characters, but you're still kind of rooting nonetheless for certain individuals because of the fact that you're just not sure who is on whose side, who is after what in the beginning, and why they are being attacked, who they are after. I keep asking all these questions. Well, that's because the movie sets itself up for success by posing all of these questions, keeping the action consistent, and giving us a thoroughly engaging, crazy crime sequence in the first act. Also, it's a Spanish action movie. You're going to have the option of dubbing or subbing. I actually tried both routes. The dubbing wasn't the worst I've ever seen, but as always, I would recommend the subbing. I just like getting those performances from the characters. Now, you get out of that first act, and you start to figure out what the actual plot of the film is and why they're being attacked in the first place, and you still have our main character, aka Martin, played by Javier Gutierrez, who is just trying his best to survive this entire thing because it feels like the entire world is after him. Well, that's when the film started to slow down for me, and it's okay if a movie like this, the pacing starts to hit the brakes, pun intended, just a little bit to learn more about the characters, but instead of learning about the characters, we just kind of mosey our way through the second act, and that's not what the first act was. The first act was this pedal to the metal, full throttle adventure with, some action sequences coming in at the end there, but we established who these characters were. In the second act, a few of our main characters, they're kind of in one location the entire time, and they don't get a lot to do, and then when the movie starts to pick back up, that's when things get interesting again, but I have a feeling for a lot of people, it will be too late at that point, because Below Zero, while it gets off to a great start, it does kind of just slow down to a point to where I don't know if everyone's going to love it, but it was still, I think, engaging and compelling enough to say, all right, let's stick around and see what happens. Now, all of my second act complaints aside, it does find a way to bring it home in the third act, and I do think the resolution is at least solid enough, and it's one of those films that you're going to see on Netflix and you're going to ask yourself, is it worth investing my time? Some are going to say it may be too dumb. Some are going to say there's not enough plot. But if you kind of know the sort of ride that you're in for, I at least think you're going to have a good time with it. So even though Below Zero occasionally stumbles with its story, it does a great job of keeping you on the edge of your seat nonetheless. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to drop your thumbs up. And I'm actually going a 62% with my score. I do think it's a film that provides entertainment and does just enough for those thrill seekers to keep you engaged. Even though it's not action heavy, I would say the adrenaline is flowing all throughout the movie. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Are you watching Below Zero this weekend? My next review from Netflix is Finding Ohana, and earlier today, I talked about that brand new WandaVision episode. You did not want to miss that. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.